Welcome to e-learning class. Today we will learn about social science, Unit 3, Civics, Chapter 17, Ideals of our Constitution. For your better understanding, I will be explaining topic-wise. So please pay attention. First of all, let me tell you what is Constitution or define Constitution. I would like to give you a simple and short meaning of Constitution. A Constitution is a set of fundamental principles or established precedents according to which a state or other organization is governed. It also defines the vital and core framework of a country. It contains the national goals which form the foundation of a country. The Constitution of India, that is our Constitution. The Constitution of India was adopted by the Constituent Assembly of India on 26 November 1949. However, it came into effect on 26 January 1950. The Constitution of India is supreme law of India. The document lays down the framework demarcating fundamental political code. Demarcating here means to show the limits of something, structure, procedures, and duties of government institutions, and sets out fundamental rights, directive principles, and duties of citizens. Then the important features of a constitution. India has the longest written and the most detailed constitution in the world. In order to give the people of India the best possible constitution, the framers of a constitution studied and incorporated the best features of various constitutions of the world. The fundamental rights and federal form of government were adopted from the USA. Parliamentary system of government and single citizenship were adopted from United Kingdom. Directive principles of state policy were adopted from Ireland. The 5-year plans and fundamental duties were adopted from the Constitution of the former USSR. We also have Constitution amendments which should be passed by both the houses of Parliament and be approved by the President. Then we have Preamble in our Constitution. The Preamble is an introductory document which explains the goals of the government. It states the aims and objectives of the Constitution. A careful study of Preamble reveals that it is the people of India who are stating their aims and giving power to themselves. Every government must keep the main principles of the Constitution in mind while framing the laws. Let me tell you about some such principles. Sovereignty. Sovereignty is the freedom to govern oneself within a territory and to be free from any external control. This means all Indians are free to govern themselves and to make laws. Socialism. Socialism means that everyone must enjoy social and economic equality. Here I would like to mention small points about social equality and economic equality. Under social equality, everyone must have equal status and opportunities. And economic equality refers to equitable distribution of wealth and a decent standard of living for all. Secularism. The Preamble states that India is a secular country. This means that there will be no state religion. All religions will be treated equally. Democracy. Democracy is one of the most important features of our Constitution. Democracy refers to the government wherein people have the power to vote and elect their representatives to the government. These elected representatives then make the laws on behalf of the people. In India, citizens who are 18 years and above have the right to vote. Also, elections are held every after 5 years. Federalism. India is a federal form of government. This means that our country is governed at two levels, that is, at the center level and at the state level. Remember, children, that President is the head of our country and the Prime Minister is the head of the government and the Parliament makes the law for the country. Another point you must know is that Governor is the head of the state and the Chief Minister is the head of the government. The powers and functions of the state and the state governments have been clearly defined under three lists: Union list, State list, and Concurrent list. India is a democratic republic. Here you must know that a democratic republic refers to a government chosen by the people. Thus, the government is answerable to the people. The term republic also means that the head of the state shall not be a hereditary head, but will be chosen by the people through election. Do not forget one thing, that in India, the president is elected for a term of 5 years. As a republic, India also aims to secure justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity to all its citizens. Fundamental rights. The fundamental rights are enshrined in Part 3 of our Constitution. They are justiciable. A person can move a court of law for remedy in case they are interfered with or violated. Fundamental rights, however, are not absolute. Let us read about the 6 fundamental rights. Right to equality. I would like to summarize these fundamental rights as it has already been mentioned in the principles of the Constitution, that all citizens are equal before the law. No one will be discriminated against on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Right to freedom. Our Constitution guarantees 6 different freedoms to promote the ideal of liberty mentioned in the Preamble. So, all citizens have the right to: number 1, freedom of speech and expression; number 2, assemble peacefully and without arms; number 3, can form associations and unions, move freely throughout the territory of India, reside and settle in any part of India, carry on any occupation, trade, or business. Right against exploitation. These rights abolishes all forms of forced labor and prohibits employment of children below the age of 14. Freedom of religion. All citizens of India have the freedom to practice and propagate her or his religion. There is no state religion in India. Cultural and educational rights. People in a country belong to different culture and speak different languages. Our Constitution states that everyone has the right to develop and preserve their culture. The last fundamental right is the constitutional remedy. This right protects the citizens against any such violation. We have already learned that India has the longest and detailed constitution in the world. So our constitution contains guidelines given to the government to ensure the welfare of the people. These guidelines are called directive principles of state policy. These principles are directives to promote a just social order. Lastly, our constitution gives every citizen of India to perform certain duties lawfully. These duties are called fundamental duties. There are 10 fundamental duties in the Constitution of India. I would like to request you all to read the Article 51A on the page 148. I have some questions for you all to do as homework. Please listen carefully. Number 1, when was the Constitution of India adopted? Number 2, how many fundamental rights are there? Number 3, what does the term republic mean? Number 4, what do you mean by human rights? Number 5, write down some articles given in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Children, kindly go through the contents of your chapter and study hard. Thank you all.